Welcome to the Loving God and Loving Life Devotional. We're jumping into Matthew 16 here. Jesus warns against the teaching of the Pharisees. Peter testifies that Jesus is the Christ, and Jesus then foretells of his coming death and resurrection. We pick up here in Matthew 16 reading, but Peter took Jesus aside and began to reprimand him for saying such things. Jesus had just explained that he's going to the cross, and Peter's kind of correcting him. Heaven forbid, Lord, he said, this will never happen to you. Jesus turned to Peter and said, get away from me, Satan. You are a dangerous trap to me. You are seeing things merely from a human point of view and not from God's. Now, why does Jesus call Peter Satan here? I mean, if there's, of all the things to be called, I can't think of anything worse. Coming from Jesus, that would be. Why does he call him that? I mean, what was Peter's head spinning around, or had Peter just committed a murder or done something? Why in the world gain the title? You never hear Jesus say this to anybody else. What was it that Peter had done? Well, listen to Jesus's words to Peter. You are seeing things merely from a human point of view. The bottom line was Jesus had just explained that he's going to the cross, and Peter was just simply he had a different picture. He was strategizing a way that Jesus could get his mission accomplished. He's strategizing a way to the top without sacrifice. Peter thought, man, I got a way to the top. I got a way to get that mission done. Man, we can get it done without sacrifice. Gang, that's what every human being thinks. We don't, God's way involves a little bit of sacrifice, and we don't need that. We got a better way. We can get to the top. And it's all good for us, man, all glory. We don't need any sacrifice. Gang, that's Satan's great tool. Satan's great goal, the way he accomplishes his mission. And in fact, the Bible refers to him, says that the whole world lies under the power of the evil one. Is that because the devil has massive biceps and he's almost as powerful as God? Not at all. He lies under the power of the evil one because Satan's one job is to get people acting on their own selfishness. His one job is to get people fighting their way to the top. And if he gets you fighting for your own win, fighting to the top, well, he wins. The world lies under his power because the world is seeking their own gain. Selfishness is his big trump card. And that's exactly what Peter was doing. Peter was just advising Jesus, hey, man, you can get to the top without the cross. Let's just see the truth, my friends. There's going to be a little bit of sacrifice in God's call for all of us. Let's not try to push that aside. Let's not blow off the hard parts and say, I can get to the top without that. No, we can't. We're going to have to say yes to everything he brings to us, and everything he brings to us is for our good. That's why we call this the Loving God and Loving Life Devotional. Everything he brings, even the hard parts, they're for our good. They end up with a life we're proud of. We end up with a life that we're thrilled with. When we avoid those things, we end up with a life we're not proud of. Hey, let's pray for one. Let's ask God to send us somebody today to share his love with. God, today, we want to live on your mission. God, today, send us one person today to share your love with. Remember this, my friends. Loving God is the only way to end up loving your life.